His kingdom was gone.
A
His people
warrior
were captured.
must face difficulties with a stable mind.
A devastating battle. The king escaped with nothing but his wounded pride and a heart full of fear. His kingdom was gone. His people were captured. And every soldier he trusted had fallen. For the first time in his life, he felt truly powerless. He asked himself, "Is this the end for me? Am I no longer capable of fighting back?" That night, he hid inside a dark cave, cold, exhausted, and broken. His voice trembled, and he lowered his head in shame. As he sat in silence, his eyes fell on a small spider in the corner of the cave. The spider was trying to spin its web on two distant rocks. It jumped, missed, and fell. Oh, the king watched quietly. The spider climbed back and tried again. It fell again. Attempt after attempt. The tiny creature kept failing. But not once did it stop. The king felt something shift inside him. Here he was, a powerful king, ready to give up after one defeat. And there was this small spider, refusing to stop even after so many failures. On its final attempt, the spider steadied itself, moved slowly, and made the jump. This time, it reached the other rock and began weaving its web with confidence. The king's eyes filled with tears. He whispered to himself, "If this small creature can keep trying, then I have no right to quit." That moment changed him. He stood up with new strength in his heart. He left the cave, but strength returns the moment you decide not to give up. After the king stepped out of the cave, he felt a new strength in his heart, and he decided to rebuild his life. He walked through the hidden paths of his kingdom, and he met the few loyal soldiers who had survived the battle. Some were injured, some were hopeless, and some were afraid. But their courage returned when they saw their king standing strong again. The king stayed with his soldiers, and he helped them recover. He spoke to them gently, he listened to their worries, and he gave them hope. Slowly, their trust in him grew, and their desire to fight for their kingdom returned. Next, the king visited small villages, and he spoke to the people in secret. The villagers had suffered under the enemy's rule, and they were waiting for someone to lead them. When they learned that their king was alive, they felt a new sense of hope, and they quietly offered food, shelter, and support. The king then began rebuilding his army, and he trained with his men every day. Weapons were repaired, strategies were planned, and alliances were formed with loyal leaders. The army grew slowly, but it became stronger, disciplined, and united. Weeks passed, and the king transformed into a wiser and more determined leader. He no longer feared failure, and he no longer doubted himself. The lesson from the spider stayed inside him, and it guided every decision he made. Finally, when the time was right, the king led his rebuilt army into battle. This time, he fought with a calm mind, a steady heart, and a strong belief in himself. He defeated his enemies, reclaimed his kingdom, and ended the suffering of his people. The king returned to his throne, and he ruled with humility, kindness, and wisdom. He never forgot the lesson he learned inside the cave, and he always remembered that a small spider had taught him the true meaning of perseverance.
Thank you, small teacher.
Here is the powerful and clear connection between the spider and the king story and the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. A warrior must face difficulties with a stable mind. A wise person stays calm in failure and success. Lift yourself by your own inner strength. If you like this video, don't forget like, comment and subscribe.